This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive. Just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Two times. 3 down. Jack! Switch.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, high 7.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All day, every day, any day. Check.
Hey, Charlie.
Check.
And ready. Speak river.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 9 yards that time.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll get this one across.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Lawrence. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Looking deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Double dog, that's the way. He's checking. Crash.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
You can't block me.
2nd and 6. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the
blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Chopper! Hey, Delta! Now!
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Set. 10-2 stop.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Get it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 5-yard line.
Let's go now. Go to base.
They'll try the left side. McClellan, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Texans nothing.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Slam, slam, slam. Check your hot read. Twist. Kill.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. 31 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
53.
Recon, 132 fighter. And
53's mine. Check.
ready.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Buying time to a touchdown, Steelers.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot put it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle 3rd of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I'm going to run you over.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 52. Mike 52. Let's go deep, tight.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
18 Gator.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch safety quick.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Nifty running by Barkley there on first down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. McClellan. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Texans nothing.
down now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Texans take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. Nothing on this. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
Check, crunch, you're out. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, Fresno, hey, Alpha. 53's the mic, 53, check 53.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Shoot.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Back to throw. Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And Anderson's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check the backer, check the backer. He's crashing. He's checking. Gone.
Off the play fake, Lawrence. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, Sam on. Switch. Shit.
2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
All day, baby, all day.
Ready to break.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and long. To Barkley on the check down. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Back to throw here. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And 21 yards there as they convert on third. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards.
First down, Steelers.
Let's go.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers, they brought... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the ready.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Yo, 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 go, go.
Motion, motion. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Here we go, D.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
53 to Mike.
Fire.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On first and 10, Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Gurley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Number 53.
81. Hey, dude.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
Hey, Echo.
It's a party.
Put up.
On first down, Lawrence. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep left side, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
He sets to fire deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 20.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
They'll try the left side. McClellan. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Hey, wahoo!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Check 53. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Check, 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 check.
Safe.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Hey, orbit.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Hey.
Rock it.
On fourth down, Lawrence. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, escaping the pressure right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on first down. Lawrence. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, high 7.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
2nd and 3. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. On 4th down, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Silver. Check.
Now Saquon Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On the set. 2. You.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, Charlie. Now.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Second and 11. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing him.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Space to maneuver at the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In for the score. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back to throw. Lawrence. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Well, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Narrowly, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice, but
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game
down. They've converted. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. A big play there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw again. Lawrence. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, Alpha.
Here's 2nd and 8. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Fair. Hey, Foxtrot. Be careful.
On 4th down, Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Buzz.
Throwing again. Lawrence. And now here is another interception. Picked off down near the 5. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Pittsburgh, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.